Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cricketing with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and thank you so much for joining me today. In today's tutorial, I am super excited to kickstart my back to school playlist with this sublimated clipboard. I can tell you that I love it. I love the way this came out. Now, I want to tell you though, before we even get into the tutorial, you are going to need a hammer and you are going to need some kind of straight tool. You might find a long bolt or something that will help you when it's time to put the clipboard together, when it's time to get it assembled. Because I had a hammer, but I did not have a tool that was small enough for me to be able to get the hammer in between this little small space. So at some point in the video, when it was time for me to assemble this, you will see my husband's hands because I had to go downstairs and say, honey, help me. He stopped what he was doing right away, so you'll notice his hands are not super clean. He was in the middle of something and he helped me, and I'm so grateful. So just know that in advance, you will not hear me say you need a hammer when I'm mentioning my tools, but I'm saying it right now, and you will need some kind of bolt or something that will help you when it's time to assemble your clipboard. At the end of this video, if you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Now, without further ado, let's look at materials and head straight on over to Cricut Design Space. The materials I'm going to use for this project include my Cricut Explore Air 2, Hippo Sublimation ink, Unisub Sublimation paper, this green standard grip mat, this clipboard that I purchased from 143 Vinyl, a lint roller, Cricut heat resistant tape, my Cricut ruler, butcher paper. I'll be using my StarCraft clamshell 15 by 15 heat press and my Epson EcoTank 15,000. Without further ado, let's head on over to Cricut Design Space. The first thing I did was when I went over to the designbundles.net plus membership site, and I did a search for teaching is a work of heart files, and I wanted to see what options I had. So I kind of just searched through the options and I found this one, and I thought it was really nice and colorful. Even though this file was created to be a teacher appreciation card, I knew that these colors would look nice and vibrant being sublimated on a clipboard. So I got the file downloaded and then I went over to Cricut Design Space. I am in Cricut Design Space and I'm connected to my Cricut Explore Air 2. The first thing I'm going to do is upload that file that I just downloaded, the one that is called Teaching is a Work of Heart. So I'm going to add it to my canvas once I have it uploaded. And I'm going to bring the view down from 100% just to about 75%. And what I knew I needed to do before I got ready to sublimate my image, I knew I wanted to remove this outside border, this red border, because I know I couldn't stretch the file all the way from one side of the clipboard all the way to the other, that I was really intending to just center the image in the middle of the clipboard. So what I did first was I resized my image, and I was being careful not to make it too big so that I wouldn't get one of those caution triangles over here in the left on the right panel. Let me bring my view down to 50%. Okay, and I just kept stretching it out, and I can see that this is already too big. So what I did is I just kind of brought it down a little bit until I didn't see that triangle anymore. Okay, and then I grabbed a shape. I just grabbed a square and I put the square on top of that red rectangle that is on the border of the image. I unlocked the square and I just resized it so that it would cover that red square and I would not have that anymore. I did not want to have any any portion of that red rectangle anymore. So then I selected the rectangle and the image, and I clicked slice. Okay. And it takes a second or two. Okay, so I'm going to remove that. And so now I don't have that red border anymore. I just have the outer image. So I can delete this because I don't need this anymore. And I can also delete this rectangle. I don't need this anymore. And then for my image, I just resized the width to 6.7, and I resized the height actually to 8.6. Now I could have made it a little bit bigger. Let me unlock it. But my exact size of my image is 6.7 by 8.6. Okay. And I'm still within the allowable size guidelines. So then I clicked make it. And I can see that this is going to be my print, then cut image. So then I mirrored the image, and then I clicked continue. And I knew that I was going to send this to my printer. So I click send to printer. I'm going to select my Epson EcoTank 15,000. I kept the add bleed on. I am going to use system dialog, and I'm going to click print. Okay, make sure to mirror your image. I'm going to choose preferences. I have my sublimation preset already set, and I'm not going to mirror here because I've already chosen to mirror in Cricut Design Space. My paper type is premium presentation paper matte. The quality is high. Okay, and I can do a print preview, and I can click OK. Okay, so once I click print again, it's not actually going to print. It's going to show me a preview of what it's going to look like. Okay, so once my print preview comes up, I can say, yes, that's exactly what I want, which it is. And then I can click print, and my paper will start to print out. Everything that I'm going to do from here will be back on the camera. First, you'll see me get my image printed out, and you'll see me put it on the heat plate, and then we'll move over to the Cricut. Now I'm going to place my printed image on the mat in the same direction that it was in Cricut Design Space. And I am going to let my Cricut Explore Air 2 cut it out. The cut setting that I'm using is Infusible Ink Transfer. I'll speed this part up. Now I'm going to get my clipboard ready for pressing. The hardware is on the back of the clipboard, so I'm actually going to take this off and just put it to the side for now. One thing that you might not be able to see is that there is a sheet of clear plastic on top of this. I'm going to get my weeding tool and get the plastic removed. So it's really hard to tell if there's another piece of plastic on this side, and since it feels like there is, but I was having a hard time removing it. But I definitely say double check because this is going under the heat press, and I would definitely say double check. But I did remove the plastic from this side. I'm going to go over it with my lint roller. My heat press is set to 400 degrees. I'm going to put a Teflon sheet on top and just do a quick 3-4 second pre-press. Now I am going to get my image taped down to the clipboard. I'm going to turn it this way. And just do my best to get it kind of centered. Eyeballing it, and I'm going to add some heat resistant tape so I don't get any ghosting. This will make a nice gift for a teacher. This will make something nice and easy for you to sell if you are into sales. If you're using Design Bundles files, they do come with the commercial license, so you can definitely, this is something you could sell if you are into sales. Okay, I want to press this. I want to decrease the pressure a little bit. I do feel like it's a little bit too much pressure. I'm gonna press this on 400 degrees for 60 seconds. Okay, I'm going to grab my gloves because I'm pretty sure this is hot, and we shall see how this turned out. Super duper excited about this. Oh, look at that. Look at that color release. Look at that. How beautiful is that? How gorgeous is that? How gorgeous. How gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to get it put together over at my craft table and I'll give you my final thoughts. Now, what am I going to say? I love it. I love it. I love the way this turned out. I am super excited, as I said already, to get my playlist started for back to school with this beautifully sublimated clipboard. I'm sure any teacher would love to have this. Don't forget, you will need a hammer and a straight tool in order to get the clips put in. But other than that, you have everything you need, and I can't wait to see what you make. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching. Bye.